In this video, we shall look at a few review problems on capacitors connected in series and parallel. First, a brief introduction. If you have two capacitors in parallel combination, such as these two, like that, let's call this capacitor with capacitance C1, and the bottom capacitor has a capacitance C2. If we were to reduce this circuit into a circuit with just a single capacitor with capacitance C equivalent, then we can relate this number to these two numbers in a following manner. CEQ is just the sum of the original two C's, like that. So this is how you combine two capacitors in parallel. Now let's assume you have two capacitors in series, like here, C1, C2. So the capacitance of this capacitor is C1, the capacitance of that capacitor is C2. Now, if we want to reduce this circuit into a circuit with just a single capacitor with capacitance CEQ, then 1 over CEQ equals 1 over C1 plus 1 over C2. And this is how you combine two capacitors in series. Let's get to the problems. Problem 1. Consider this circuit shown below. C1 has a capacitance of 6 microfarad. C2 has a capacitance of 3 microfarad, and the potential difference delta V is 20 volts. Capacitor C1 is first charged by closing the switch S1. Switch S1 is then opened, and then the charged C1 is connected to the uncharged capacitor, which is now the C2, by closing S2. Calculate the initial charge acquired by C1 and the final charge on each capacitor. So let's do part 1 of this problem, where capacitor C1 is charged by closing S1. When that is done, like that, the left-hand side of the circuit is complete. The right-hand side of the circuit is not complete because S2 is opened. So let's analyze the left-hand side of the circuit first. We want to determine the initial charge acquired by C1 when S1 is closed. Now we know the formula. Charge on C1, let's call it the initial charge on C1, equals C1, the capacitance of this capacitor, times the potential difference across its terminal, which is that. C1 is given to be 6 microfarad, micro is 10 to the power minus 6, delta V is 20 volts, 20, and that's going to give you the answer in coulomb. And the answer is 1.2 times 10 to the power minus 4 coulomb. And that's the answer for the initial charge acquired by C1. In the second part of the problem, we reopened S1 and close S2. Now we note that this capacitor C1 has a charge of Q1I given by that number. So in this part of the problem, let's just look at the right-hand side of the circuit. Now C1 and C2 are connected in a parallel combination. Now that means the potential difference across C1 and C2 must be the same. So now let's call the potential difference across C1 delta V1 and the potential difference across C2 delta V2, and they are the same. So that means the final charge on C1, let's call it Q1F over C1 equals Q2F over C2, where Q2F is the final charge on capacitor C2. C1 is 6 microfarad, C2 is 3 microfarad, so let's rewrite that equation. Q1F is 6 over 3, so that is 2 Q2F. So let's take that to be equation 1. We know that the initial charge acquired by C1 is that. So that charge should remain even after, namely after S2 is closed and S1 is opened. So that means Q1F plus Q2F, the sum of the charges, the final charges on each capacitor, must be the same as 1.2 times 10 to the power minus 4 Coulomb. So let's call this equation 2. Solving these two equations simultaneously would enable you to determine Q1F and Q2F respectively. And upon solving these equations, you get the following. Q2F, the final charge on capacitor 2, is 4 times 10 to the power minus 5 Coulomb. And Q1F, the final charge on capacitor 1, is 8 times 10 to the power minus 5 Coulomb. And that solves the problem. Problem 2. Two capacitors, when connected in parallel, give an equivalent capacitance of 9 picofarad and give an equivalent capacitance of 2 picofarad when connected in series. What is the capacitance of each capacitor? So let's look at the diagrams. So when you have the two capacitors, let's call these two capacitors C1 and C2. And the equivalent capacitance for this combination is 9 picofarad. Now, since these two capacitors are in parallel combination, so that means C1 plus C2 is indeed the equivalent capacitance, and that is 9 picofarad. So that is equation 1. And if we were to connect these two same capacitors in series, C1, C2, we were told that the equivalent capacitance is 2 picofarad. And the way to combine two capacitors in series is 1 over C1 plus 1 over C2. Their inverses would add up to the inverse of the equivalent capacitance. In this case is 2 picofarad. So there we have it, a second equation. Let's rewrite the second equation. C1, C2, C1 plus C2 is half. But we know C1 plus C2 is 9. So that means this equation becomes 9 over C1, C2 equals 1 over 2, which indicates C1 times C2 is 18. Let's call it equation 3. Since C2 can be written as 9 minus C1, and let's put that C2 in here, you get C1 times C2, which is 9 minus C1, equals 18. Or 9C1 minus C1 squared equals 18. So let's bring everything to one side. C1 squared minus 9C1 plus 18 equals to 0. When you factorize it, it becomes C1 minus 6, C1 minus 3 equals to 0. So you see we have two solutions. C1 could be 6 picofarad, or C1 could be 3 picofarad. And using equation 1, we can find C2. If C1 is 6, then C2 is 3 picofarad. If C1 is 3 picofarad, then C2 is 6 picofarad. So what that means is one capacitor would have a capacitance of 6 picofarad, and the other capacitor would have a capacitance of 3 picofarad. And that solves the problem. Problem 3. Find the equivalent capacitance between points A and B in the combination of capacitors shown below. So we have to do this step by step. Let's try to combine the 7 microfarad and 5 microfarad capacitors first. We know they are in series. So let's write that combination as combination 5, 7. Since they are in series, so 1 over C5, 7 where C57 is the equivalent capacitance that we obtain by combining these two capacitors in series. And that is just 1 over 5 plus 1 over 7. So C57 is therefore 2.91667 microfarad. So basically what we have done, we have reduced the original circuit to a circuit containing only 3 capacitors, like the one shown here. So this middle capacitor has a capacitance of 2.91667 microfarad. And now we can combine this, which is the 4 microfarad capacitor, this one, which is the C57, and that one, which is 6 microfarad capacitor, because they are in parallel combination to each other. And to find the equivalent capacitance of a bunch of capacitors in parallel, we just add up all the capacitance. So the equivalent capacitance between A and B is simply 4 plus 2.91667 plus 6 microfarad. And the answer is about 12.9 microfarad. And that solves the problem. Please like, share, and subscribe if you find this video useful. As always, thank you for watching.